Guys, Bitcoin is not going higher as expected. So, are we going lower? That is what we are going to be looking at in today's video because throughout the opening of this week, I thought that Bitcoin would be at 110, $116,000, but it seems we are not. It seems price is just consolidating, showing signs of another leg to the downside. So, today we are just going to be looking at it and BTC. So, before I continue with the video, do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because I'm always here for you guys every single day posting crypto price updates. So let's continue with the chart. So right now there is nothing too much going the on the daily time frame. So as you can see, we are just basically at this level, no too much volatility on the daily, no too much price movement, but at the moment we are currently at $103,000 at the moment. So let's quickly hop into the 1 hour time frame because there is a lot of price action activities going on down at the 1 hour time frame. So now let me zoom out the chart a little bit. So now as you all can see that we did make a break above this resistance at around $104,000. We went as high as 117,200, just $107,000 200. We made a double top, rejecting to the downside. As you can see that this is actually a deviation into this range that we're having here, and we did make a just a lower high, breaking above this range. But now it's like we are seeing another rejection to the downside into the range. Now this question keeps coming up on my mind. Are we kind of going lower to the 100k or 98k level? So one thing I'm actually looking at on this chart is that on the 1 hour chart we are actually holding a critical support on the 1 hour. So as you can see that we had this just two touches on this support trend line that we are seeing right here, and there is a possibility that price could flip down to test this trend line that we're having here. It could be a possibility that price could go down to this level and it just maybe see another upward movement from this level, finding support. So that is what we are kind of seeing at the moment, because if you look at it, that price is actually wanting to break this low at $102,000, and we are even seeing a bearish momentum, a massive bearish momentum on the 1 hour that we might actually lose this level. So if we actually break below the $102,000 minus support level, our next line of support will actually be around the 100k level. So yeah, actually yes, it is the 100k level. As you can see that this line of support actually comes in line with this trend line that we had multiple touches on the trend line. So is in line with this line of support. I think that this is a crucial level that I actually think price might bounce on this level for another continuation to the upside. But the problem here is we don't want to see a deviation back down, breaking below this level that I just like outlined. Anything that make us to see a deviation right back down, then we could be going over to the 96k levels, and I don't think that will be actually be good for Bitcoin, because if we actually head back down, majority of the altcoins would suffer. And when the market goes back down, the retail investors, most of them like to panic out of the market, and that will give a massive selling momentum. So we just need to see actually a reclaim of this support that we're having here, then an upward movement to the upside. So I'm also planning to enter this trade. I'm also planning to set an order of this trade that when price reaches this level, I should have a buy to the upside. Then my take profit will just be at this swing high at $105,000. So that's it just for Bitcoin. So let's quickly take a look at Ethereum at the moment. Ethereum is not doing much. There's not much of a price action going on it, but it's just like a similar price analysis, just as Bitcoin. So where is the Ethereum chart? Now this is Ethereum BTC. As you can see that it's just a similar chart pattern as Bitcoin at the moment. There we are not really seeing much price action. It's like BTC, Ethereum is trying to defeat back down below this support that we're having right here. As you can see that we'll be having this upward movement, one, two, three, and this is the kind of the fourth touch or the third touch of the movement. And if you look at it, that we kind of maintain we kind of maintain this trend line all the way back down from around $3,000. We maintain this trend. As you can see that there is multiple touches on this trend line. And one thing about this type of price action is that whenever we see a slow price movement towards the upside, creating higher lows and higher lows, there is a possibility that the third touch of that trend that is marking out the what is it called, the momentum of that trend, there's a probability that when we see a third touch, we could also break down. There's a probability, there's a 50% probability that we could break down to the downside. And when we see a deviation back to the downside, when we create a lower high, we could see Ethereum retest around $3,000 to $2,000 level. So that's what I think for Ethereum at the moment, because I'll be looking forward just to dollar cost a little into Ethereum just to kind of catch this downside momentum. But the thing is, the thing is, we could actually see a reversal up from this trend line that we're having here. So we've not yet see a break below the trend line. We could actually see just a little bit of touch on this trend, and then we could have a spike towards the upside. And when we have a spike, the next line of resistance for Ethereum will be at around $3,500. You can see that the $3,500 will be the next line of resistance. Then we could see maybe a little bit of rejection from this level, from this resistance level. There may be another upside continuation, but because price is not actually doing what we're actually expected, so we just have to play our games in both ways. Once we see a break of this upward sloping trend line, then we could actually okay, let's target the resistance, let's target the breakout, let's try to buy towards the upside. But if we see a break below, then we'll actually be looking for a potential short position. So that is my play for both BTC and ETH. But altcoins, the rest of the altcoins are not really doing much at the moment. We are seeing altcoins dropping low and low, creating lows every day. Even most of the altcoins that had a pump last week, like Zcash, Monero, Dash, and the rest, are actually facing a retracement at the moment. And the total tree is not actually doing much, helping much like that. Bitcoin dominance is still having its way to the upside. That's why we could see that whenever BTC drops just by 5% or 3%, altcoins usually drop more. So that is what I am actually looking for in this price analysis. So that is it for this video. Do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also turn on the notification icon so that whenever I upload another crypto price update, you will be the first to get notified.